What's up, y'all? Just kind of a lazy upload because I didn't feel like doing gameplay, and this video goes up in like 18 hours. It's not filmed. Lazy upload because I've been slacking. I'm so sorry. Welcome to the Resident Evil Stoner Synopsis. I'm a stoner. I like Resident Evil. If you look at any of my content, you'll know that. So today I'm gonna give a brief synopsis about the Resident Evil games. It's not all the Resident Evil games, it's the mainline ones and some of the side ones. Not all the side ones. It might be all the side ones, not all the side ones. But yeah, and for every game, for the corresponding number, I have to take that many hits. It's not gonna be a blinker, but it's gonna be like a rather large hit, like 5 seconds each hit. Yeah, so Resi 1 hit, 2, etc. You know, it'd be like that. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Alright, so Resident Evil 1. So the STARS team, Special Tactics and Rescue Service, they get sent to the woods, to the forest to investigate their Bravo team or some other team of theirs that got sent down on a helicopter. And then they get attacked by a bunch of dogs and they have to shoot them and fight them, and then they get basically pushed into this big ass mansion, the Spencer Mansion. Everyone knows the Spencer Mansion. You got Chris, Jill, Barry, Wesker, and Rebecca. Depending on who you play as, you get a different story, different characters, different items, shit like that. The mansion's filled with a bunch of different zombies, a bunch of different monsters, BOWs, bioorganic weapons. Under the mansion, there ends up being a lab, and then when you get to the lab, you find out that Wesker is working with the pharmaceutical company Umbrella, and that he set everything up, and he's a bitch and a piece of shit. Then you gotta fight this big ass tyrant boss, and then you gotta escape with everyone on a helicopter. There's no canon ending. There's no ending where you can physically play the game and have every single body escape, but every character that's there shows up in future Resident Evil games, so they are all alive. That's pretty much Resident Evil 1. Keep in mind, these might not be 100% accurate or make any sense, but it's a lazy upload, and I'm stoner and I'm high. It's also 6:40 in the morning. I've been up for many hours, and I'm tired and high already before filming this. Resident Evil 2. I should have did it like the number is that many seconds. That's what I'm changing it to. So Leon is a rookie. He's a member of the RPD, the Raccoon Police Department. He's heartbroken. He had a breakup with his girlfriend, and he got drunk at the hotel room, and he missed work. He was late as fuck for work. Then that motherfucker hopped in his Jeep and headed to Raccoon City for his first day as a cop. He's heartbroken. He has abandonment issues. That's why he's got his gun Matilda as his baby girl. That's Leon as Kennedy. And then Claire Redfield, she's a college student. She's coming to Raccoon City to look for her brother Chris, who hasn't been responding to her messages. Or like letters or something. It's 1998, I don't know what they did. Leon and Claire run into each other. Leon saves Claire, they get into a police car, and then they head to the RPD, the Raccoon Police Department. Then they get into a car crash on the way there, and they get separated, and they both have to make it there on foot by themselves. Then they both have to make it through the RPD their own way, however they can, with their own separate guns, their own separate stuff that happens. In the OG, only on the B scenario, you get this motherfucker named Mr. X. He's a stalker enemy. He pops up randomly at corners, scares the shit out of you. He punches you like this. God damn. Leon really wants to be like the Popo and save everyone and be a hero. And Claire has to take care of a little girl who ends up being the daughter of the main boss of the game, William Birkin. He created the G virus. Him and his wife were in the lab, and he injected himself with the G virus because he was getting killed. He said, fuck that, and then he puts the embryo in his daughter because that's some nasty shit. And yeah, and then you have to fight him, and then they get out. His daughter, Sherry. I don't know if I mentioned her name or not. Her name's Sherry. And then Claire abandons Leon and Sherry to go find Chris. And then Leon is forced by the government to go on missions for something. I think it's like so they don't like fuck with Sherry. I don't know how I'm this fucking stupid. I somehow completely forgot to mention Ada in this goddamn one. I'm so dumb. Ada is a mercenary lady who tricks Leon into getting the sample for her, and then she quote unquote dies. but he's in love with her somehow, even though they just met. And yeah, that's RE2. Resident Evil 3. Jill Valentine from Resi 1. I realized I didn't say their last names. She needs to escape Raccoon City because it's going to shit because the zombies are around killing everyone. She runs into this big monster named the Nemesis. He's created to take out all the STARS members because they know too much information about Umbrella, so Umbrella sent it to take out the STARS members. It kills her friend Brad. Oh my god, it's so sad. And then and the game has hella RNG. You can have multiple different outcomes, multiple different endings, multiple choices. Do what you want. You get different parts for killing, bro. Yeah, such a great game. The first Resident Evil game I ever played. I was like 6 years old. And then she runs into this guy named Carlos. He's a mercenary hired by Umbrella, and Jill has to help the team, him and his team, escape the city. So they fix up a train, but then they go and they crash it by a clock tower. And you gotta escape through the clock tower. And then Jill gets infected by Nemesis's virus thing with a little and then Carlos has to go through the hospital and get a vaccine and save her. And then she just has to go through Raccoon City till she gets to like a lab or some sort of facility, and then do a bunch of stupid bullshit puzzles and stuff, and boss fights and zombies and monsters. And then you finally fight Nemesis final form. You kill his ass. She delivers a one-liner if you choose that fucking one. And it has multiple endings, and the canon ending is Barry Burton from the first game comes and picks you up at a helicopter, you and Carlos, and takes you to safety. And then they end up bombing Raccoon City. Oh my god, decimated. That's Resi 3. Also, I forgot to mention, Resi 3 takes place before and after RE2. It takes place before RE2 for the first half and after RE2 for the second half. Because as Jill's doing her stuff at the RPD, Leon and Claire haven't even gotten in town yet. Then she leaves, they unboard all the stuff, they come through, Leon and Claire, and then after Jill gets up and stuff from the virus, they've already like escaped and stuff, and then they have to blow up the city. The next one's called Veronica X. I know X is 10, I'm not hitting it for 10 seconds, you got me fucked up. I don't know, I'll just take a hit, you know what I mean? Code Veronica X. This takes place 3 months after Resi 2 and 3. Claire gets caught in France trying to break into somewhere to do something because she's looking for Chris. And then they take her to an island and send her to prison. Rockford Island, and then it gets overrun by zombies and BOWs, and then Claire meets this guy named Steve. He's from Canada, obviously, but he's kind of annoying. Pretty much annoying to everyone, but I love him. I don't know if other people love him. It's like a love-hate, but for me, I love him and hate him, yes. They end up running into these like incest-ass siblings. I don't know what they were on when they made it, making some like very incestuous sibling stuff, making me really close, looking like they're gonna kiss, very weird stuff. Some very relatively transphobic stuff wouldn't fly today, but this is in like 2002 or something, so it, you know, it was normal. Wesker's back. He's got some crazy new powers. He's got red eyes. He's got crazy super speed. He's got strength. And then Claire and Steve end up having to escape the island after discovering that Ashford is actually himself and his sister Alexia Ashford, because she's dead and he could not bear the pain of his sister dying, so he became both of them. Then you gotta fight a boss on a plane in softlock. This game is very softlock, yeah, softlock there, and then my memory card got corrupted and I wanted to die. Then they crashed the plane into an Antarctic base, and then they gotta fight through the Antarctic base and find a bunch of shit. Then there's this guy Nosferatu, who's got like a big heart, and you gotta get Alfred's sniper and pow 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 that motherfucker in it and kill him. Secret animation if you use a knife. And then you get to play as Chris, because at some point she contacted Chris or contacted Leon to contact Chris or some bullshit. He gets to the island, she's already gone. Talks to some guy from the start of the game. Oh, she's gone, she left. Oh shit. He gets to the Antarctic base on a plane. He fucking finds her, has to save her, has to fight Alexia's weird crazy plant ladybug form, and then kills her because she spit fire. It's very weird with the inventory and stuff. It swaps randomly and you don't know. For a first playthrough, you could never know. And then you gotta fight her. She turns into this big bug queen thing, and you gotta shoot her with some launcher. Boom! And then you escape the island. Chris and Claire Redfield, get out of here. That was Code Veronica X. I'm excited for the remake. Here's my reaction video to the announcement. Resident Evil Oh, Leon is so sexy and he's a badass 6 years later. He went through some crazy training. He's forced to do this stuff. He has to go find the president's daughter in Spain, something like that. And there's this new virus thing called Las Plagas. It's a parasite that gets in you and they can control you with a religious cult. You go through a village, and then through the village, you gotta go save the president's daughter. Then y'all make it to a castle, and she gets kidnapped twice. And then you gotta go to an island that she gets taken on and then save her again. And she gets taken again for a third time. And then you gotta kill the guys, and then you gotta escape. And then you gotta fight this guy named Krauser who like trained you back in the day for these missions, and he's working for them now, and he's got power. Again, I don't really know how I'm dumb enough to forget Ada in this. Ada's not dead, she's alive, she comes back, she's working for Wesker, and she runs into Leon and helps him and stuff like that. Hell yeah, she's so sexy. That's Resi 4. Resident Evil 5. Okay, no more cart hits. Resident 5 has shitty ass fucking AI for the partners. Co-op, great concept, shitty execution with the AI. Fun with players online. Oh my god, it's so fun. Chris Redfield is in Africa with Sheva Alomar, and they are investigating a new type of plaga disease thing called Ouroboros. I'm shedding actual tears because I'm in so much pain. You have to find and interrogate and fight and kill this guy named Irving for some details or something. And then there's this mysterious figure who ends up being who we presume dead Jill, because of the DLC Lost to Nightmares, where Chris and Jill go to a Spencer Mansion replica and end up fighting Wesker. And then to save Chris, Jill tackles Wesker out a window. Chris thinks she's dead the whole time, but nope, he did something, dyed her hair blonde, put a little bug on her chest, and she evil crazy tries to kill Jill. It tries to kill Chris and Sheva. And then Wesker has his little thing. 7 minutes is all I can spend to play with you. Hell yeah, fucking Snape. And then you keep going through the game. You fight harder and harder enemies. There's lickers with big ass necks. JJ from Resi 4 minigun style enemies. Just harder enemies. Electric rods. Hard enemies. You gotta fight Wesker on some plane. Do some QTEs where he'll break your neck. And then you go into a volcano, and then Chris punches boulders. And then this guy earlier who I didn't mention, Josh, and this other guy, Jill. Josh and Jill went up the hill to the petrified water. Josh and Jill got on the helicopter. Josh and Jill escaped. Yeah, the DLC Desperate Escape or some shit. I don't fucking know. It's Josh and Jill. Josh and Jill went up the hill to get a fucking chopper, a couple RPGs, and kill that motherfucker. And then Chris and Sheva shoot Wesker at one time with 2 RPGs. And boom, he dead. And Capcom really regretted killing Wesker because they did some crazy shit in the future. That's Resi 5. Resident Evil 6. A giant clusterfuck. Leon and Helena have to go to a cathedral, and like Helena lies about what it's about, and then apparently it's about her sister who's gotten fucked on by this guy named Simmons, and she ends up dying, and Ada comes in, and then they do something, and then somehow later they meet up with Sherry from Resi 2 and her guy Jake that her campaign is with, and they fight monsters together. But then also Jake and Sherry had already ran into Chris and his guy Pierce before this, and they're in China doing a more action-packed campaign, and Leon's is kind of more survival horror, and Jake's has a little bit of horror because a little bit of hiding and stealth and stuff, and it's just a clusterfuck of a bunch of stuff. Ada has a campaign that's kind of ass. I don't know, it's a clusterfuck. It's not very good. Had a good mercenaries. But yeah, you just going through a bunch of shit, doing a bunch of shit. This guy Simmons is a really bad guy. Gotta take him down. And you do. That's 6. Not much else to say. Resident Evil 7. New story. Save the franchise Winters. Ethan Winters goes to save his wife, Mia Winters, who apparently sent him an email, but it wasn't him. It was something else, I forget. Then he goes to do it, and he runs into this crazy family who beats him up. There's this crazy dad, and then there's this bug mama who's a mama the bugs and tries to kill you. Then there's this psycho son who puts you through these crazy traps and stuff, fucking Jigsaw. And then there's this girl Zoe who's nice. She's the sane one of the family. She tries to help you, but oh no, you gotta leave her and save your wife Mia and get out of here because that's what you came for. Then you go to some abandoned ass ship that Mia worked on. Then you play as Mia, the worst section in the game. Gotta go through that. Oh my god, Evelyn just wants a family. The little girl that's doing all this stupid shit. Oh my god, alright, we'll go fucking kill that little bitch. And then you go fight that bitch, and then you stick the cure in her neck, and it ends up being the grandma who's there through the whole game, and then you gotta fight her. And then a butchered Chris Redfield comes out. Fuck that. And they knew damn well better to fucking change it in the next game. Sure did. Shitty ass DLC that it was free though, so it's okay. Of Chris Redfield. And then there's one where Ethan sent Chris's team and people to save Zoe and stuff, so it's nice. Yeah, that's Resi 7. Resi 8, continuing the winter story. Ethan and Mia have a baby, and then they're trying to have dinner, and then Mia gets shot up by Chris, but it's not really Mia, it's this bitch named Mother Miranda. And then Ethan has to go to this fucking foreign ass place in this castle, these 4 lords, and he's trying to find his baby, and then he like runs into Chris, and he's like, what the fuck, man? And they get separated, and he has to fight all these these lords. You got the big titty vampire lady, Lady Dim, and then you got the creepy doll lady, Donna, and then you got the fish dude, that's my man Moreau, and then you got goddamn Walter White himself, Heisenberg. And then you gotta fight all them motherfuckers. You play as Chris at some point. Then you get back to Ethan, and then you find out Ethan's been dead the whole time. Ever since the guy, Resi 7, Jack, stomped on his face, he's been dead. But the mold from Resi 7 that I didn't mention because I'm stupid has kept him alive for all this time. And basically, Ethan goes through and kills Mother Miranda, saves Rose, gives her to Chris, takes the bomb, detonates the place with himself there so they have time to escape. So sad, sacrifice himself. Shitty DLC, I'm not even gonna talk about it. That's Resi 8. Resident Evil 9, Resident Evil Requiem, great game. I like how they continue Leon's story. I wanted that for years. Grace Ashcroft, daughter of someone from the Outbreak games. We'll get into those in a minute. She has to go investigate where she watched her mother get her neck sliced open by some creepy fuck, and then the place burned down. She's got to go investigate. Oh, she investigated. She gets kidnapped by this creepy fucker that Leon's investigating, his sexy fine ass deep voice. They get intertwined in the loop. Oh, FBI, what? Oh, DSO, what? And then they gotta help each other. Leon's looking for the cure to his disease that the people from Raccoon City got. Sherry also has it. I thought it was Hunnigan at first, but nope, it's Sherry on the goddamn radio. And they gotta go through there and stuff. Grace has to kind of copy Claire a little bit, kind of take care of a little girl, get her where she needs to go. She ends up mutating into a goddamn monster, and then you gotta take her out, and then y'all both go to Raccoon City. Grace ends up going with this guy who's like a fucking clone of Wesker, and the Gideon guy, and then they go to the RPD, and then Leon has to go through and blow up a wall to get through with a bike, and you do a big crazy RE6 kind of goofy style bike sequence and shoot dogs, and then should have worn a helmet, and then you blow guy up, and then you go to the RPD and he gets flashbacks, and then you go through it, and I wish it was longer, and then you see Mr. Rex again after some dumb long ass shit that should have been a cutscene that you just kind of sit through that kills your runs, and then you go fight Mr. Rex, and then you go back to Grace and walk through the Ark that Leon found. Is a little facility that's under the orphanage in Raccoon City after he defeats a plant that I forgot to mention, and then y'all go through Ark together, and you need to find a cure to release Elpis, or sorry, destroy Elpis, so can't nobody get it. And then, but really Elpis is good, and then she puts the code in and then releases it, and then Zeno, the Wesker clone, uses it, and then he loses his powers, and then Gideon cuts his head off, and then Leon fights Gideon like the Resi 3 remake Nemesis. They kind of copy pasted it a little bit, and then it's happily ever after. But there's also an ending where Leon gets his fucking head blown off, and I hate it, and it makes me sad. And then they somehow brought the little girl Emily back to life. I don't get it really, but that's quite alright. They did great with the story. I like it a lot. S tier game. That's Resi 9. I don't know why I suck so fucking bad. Chris sends his team to save Leon and Grace. He doesn't show up yet. Probably gonna be in the DLC. Leaks say with Ada, but I don't fucking know. But yeah, I'm sorry I suck so bad. Resident Evil Outbreak 1 and 2. These are scenarios of people who were also escaping Raccoon City during the Resi 2 and 3. I don't know how many, a bunch of different characters, a bunch of different NPCs with the same style of those characters, different items for each of the characters, all the voice lines, probably the most type of like different stuff, different options for each character is probably in the entire franchise, I think. Apparently offline is shit, which it is. I never played it online. I didn't have that luxury, and I still love the game. So I can imagine playing online and it being amazing. Now, I want to do that one day, but I gotta figure it out. Very great game, go-to game. One of the characters was the girl from Resi 9's mom. She's one of the good characters. She can unlock stuff with a lockpick and stuff. She's a reporter. Then you got people like Kevin, who's in the RPD as well. You got Mark, a security guard. Jim, just some subway guy, teenager. Yoko, some little teenager who's some umbrella worker. It's just crazy. Good like little side things. And there's Easter eggs to the 2 and 3 and stuff, I think. And yeah, those are Outbreak games. Very goated games. I need new ports of those. Resident Evil Dead Aim. Bootleg, Leon, and Ada. I don't even know how much I mentioned of Ada. Ada's playing with him and using him to get a virus, and then she ends up dying. And then she comes back in Resi 4. I'm so stupid, I forgot. How do I forget mentioning Ada? I just mentioned her in 6 though, I sure did. I'm dumb as fuck. Bootleg Leon and Ada on a cruise ship. Nice music. I like the colors and stuff. And there's a thing where you could use like a light gun with the PS2. I never had that luxury either. I don't remember the plot or the bosses, but it was a cool game. That's Dead Aim. Operation Raccoon City. Goated what if story. I wish they would have made it canon. Kinda pisses me off. Didn't have to change that many details just to make it canon. Could have just been they were lurking in the shadows between Resi 2 and 3. That would have been so fucking nice. But they had to do things to make it not canon. They could have made it canon. Just as an example, if they had had Leon not see you right here, it would have been fine. You could have just been creeping behind him and shit. But it's like a Delta team or something of Umbrella who's just kind of lurking in the shadows, doing their own thing while, you know, seeing what everyone else is doing from the games. Darkseid and Umbrella Chronicles. Ass what ifs. I don't even really want to talk about them. It shows lore to Krauser and Leon from Resi 4 and like the mission and stuff, but And then Umbrella Chronicles has one of how Wesker survived the Tyrant attack in Resi 1. And then the what ifs are just kind of Yeah, fuck those games. And then you got like Gaiden, never played that, some Game Boy game. And then you got Survivor. I didn't play either one of those Survivors. Gun Survivor 2 is stupid. They put Nemesis in fucking Code Veronica. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. And then Survivor, I never got that one. Apparently it's good. Some guy goes to some facility, loses memories, Leon's friend, there's some little kid, something happens, bunch of bosses, kind of weird, but kind of looks cool. Nostalgic feeling. But yeah, guys, you probably didn't, but I hope you enjoyed this stupid ass lazy video. I've been recording for 36 minutes. I don't know how long it's gonna be. It was probably fucking dumb. And if you even this far watched to the end, I appreciate you. A lot of my videos are just skipped through, don't even get a whole play, and I understand. But you know, I'm trying to do better on these videos. I'm kind of slacking recently, but I will try harder on my edits and stuff. I want to be the stoner Resident Evil guy, you know what I mean? Shout me out to your fucking streamers, man, your favorite Resident Evil streamers. I like Bakpa Soup and stuff, man. Come on, help me out. I'm gonna do a big cheers to y'all for the end of this video, and shit. I appreciate you guys watching. Peace out.